Robin, issue 8, Joshua Williamson writing with Gleb Melnikov on the art. We have the big fight between Damien and Connor Hawke. So this is mostly a fight. This was a very quick read. It has to be said. We have the Lazarus Pit. You know, for the first time, things are, well, I don't know if it's the first time. I'm sure people will find examples, but at least they say it's the first time that something's coming out of it rather than being put in it. And that's kind of what we're building up to, and it's basically feeding off the deaths that are happening, you know, during the tournament. But we go up, and it's kind of like everyone's sort of like, wait, why are Damien and Connor just staring at each other? Like, they're not actually fighting yet. It's like they're waiting for the first move. Like, they're trying to suss each other out.
Yep. Who's
going to move first, and what sort of tactical advantage can they get from that? So they fight, and there's pages and pages of them fighting. There's reactions. There's a lot of speed lines. It's very fast moving. It flows very well, which is good, because if it is going to be mostly one big fight scene, it should. You know, Damien at one point jumps off another guy in the like a competitor who's not in the fight.
I did like seeing all the characters around them kind of rooting, and you get like, there was a "This is awesome," which made me think of wrestling with the "This is awesome" chant. Which I wonder if Williamson. It wouldn't surprise me if you find out that Williamson's a wrestling fan, just because this seems so much like a wrestling story that's been booked. You know, down to the final two competitors at the tournament, and it's a whole lot of fun stuff. And
it gets to the point where Damien, like, he's definitely going to lose, and Rose and the others are like, no, he's like, Damien is losing this fight. And Connor actually says to Damien, like, why are you putting up a fight still? You've only had one death. You can die in this fight and you'll be fine. So, you know, why are you putting yourself through this extra punishment? And Damien, as expected, does not back down. And Connor very kind of easily just snaps his neck. And
that whole sequence there with the hand movements, and that Connor Hawke is so calm and collected, and he's just like, I don't want to do this, but you're forcing me. And I think it came up really well in the art, because I don't think there's even a lot of dialogue there.
No.
Right? It's a lot of the motion.
It does this great thing, because when they first start fighting, or when they're staring at each other, you see like drawings of like a hawk and a robin in the background. When Damien's neck gets snapped, there's like a dying robin like behind them in the art. It's just a really nice touch. And this, you know, the rumble starts, the earthquake starts, and basically no one's getting allowed to leave. Like, you know, she, you know, Mother, whatever her name is, what's her name?
Lazarus.
Is it just Mother Lazarus? Is it not Mother Soul or something like that?
Oh, there you go. I knew it was something like that. Soul. Yeah.
I knew Lazarus didn't sound right.
No, but because when Connor wins, she announces that the League of Lazarus and the League of Shadows are going to be joining.
Yes,
once again.
They have made an alliance to spite Ra's al Ghul. They're burning all the boats so no one can leave, and it's all this. But you know, the end of the issue is that Damien gets up and is like, "Nope, the tournament's not over until I say it's over. I'm at full strength now. I've been completely healed because I've been resurrected." But Connor Hawke says, "But no, you idiot! Like, I'm here because I'm the one who can stop the demon. Because that's what's coming out of the pit. It's the demon."
Yeah. So that's how they achieve immortality. Is the winner gets possessed by the demon of the Lazarus pit. So it's kind of a no-win scenario.
Yes, but
right?
Unfortunately, right after he says that, the final page of the issue is the demon ramming his hand through the chest of Connor Hawke, presumably killing him. Although Connor Hawke only died once or twice, so
this is not his final death, because that's what they keep saying is you get 3.
Yeah,
right.
So I think he's still good to come back. So the demon looks like a big Hulk-looking dude, but he's got like an evil like mask on, you know, one of those kind of like cult like satanic things with horns. You know, like a ram horns, but with, you know, like a Shao Kahn from Mortal Kombat style face.
Yep.
Is the best way I can describe it. So, you know, so the idea that Connor Hawke had like a sort of noble intention, even if he's in over his head. And you know what? If it's going to take the whole team of kids to band together to fight the demon and win, that's kind of a nice story, if that's where we're going with this.
Yeah. So. Well, and it feels like that Rose and Flatline both have already made that decision. And we'll see if they can gen up everybody else that's on that island. Because you got to remember, you have all the best fighters minus Cassandra Cain.
Yes.
On this island.
I have to admit,
and,
every single time they say like everyone here is like the best fighters on the planet, I'm like, Cassandra Cain's not here though.
so in my head though, that was Mother Soul not wanting to deal with the spawn of Cain, right? And just deal with that whole headache. So she didn't get an invite or whatever, you know. And yeah, because Shiva's not there either, right? Like, I feel like they deliberately went after certain people that I felt like they could manipulate. And you can't do that with Shiva.
I don't
Cassandra.
think anything would make me mark out more if they got to the finals of this tournament and Damien says, you know what, I have to admit, I'm not going to win this, but you're wrong. Not all the best fighters in the world are here.
Yeah.
And then he introduces Cassandra and she just beats the piss out of whoever's left. Whether it be Connor Hawk or whoever, I don't care.
It's one of those, you know, two move fights.
Yes.
You know, just boom, boom, and she, you know, who's next, you know?
Just, it's perfect. It would be perfect. I get why it's not happening, but it would be perfect. So, yeah, no, I mean, this progresses nicely. I think they treat this fight between these two as the two best fighters. Right? It feels like the big fight. The action is nice and fun and easy to flow. I like the reactions of Rose and the others kind of getting worried and, you know, rooting a little bit, but being concerned. Connor trying to talk Damien down, and then ultimately sort of the main point, which is, no, Connor was going to try and take on the demon, but maybe he's in over his head and it's going to take them all to band together.
And I like that with Damien, the reason that he's taking all this punishment, he's like, I gotta see if the darkness wins, right? So he still has that guilt from Alfred, but he also has that guilt of being half Al Ghul and half Wayne, and so he wants to see if, pushed to his limit, what side wins. And I really like that as a plot point for Damien at this point. Plus, because
narratively as well, it's just as simple that now Damien and most of the kids are on their last death. So now the stakes are real. Now the deaths actually matter. So that's really smart.
Yep.
So good issue. What are you giving it, Matt?
I'm giving this one a 9. This is my favorite book being put out right now.
Oh, Matt's got a new little mistress with staples.
Yeah.
I'm not going as high as a 9. I think it's really good though. I'm going to go with a solid 8. But I'm having a lot of fun with it. So it's an easy read. Every issue is such an easy read.
Yep.